Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever looked at a sentence and wondered how all those little words work together to tell a whole story? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pull back the curtain on English sentences and look at their basic building blocks. Let's get right into it. Before we dive into the main topic, please take a moment to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this explainer, and leave a comment to support the channel. Your engagement truly helps.
So, here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with a really simple story. Then we'll put on our detective hats and look at each word in a sentence. After that, we'll get into something called the parts of speech, check out 2 different kinds of verbs, and then, just for fun, we'll test what you've learned. Sound good?
Okay, let's kick things off with a super short story. Now, it might look pretty basic, but trust me, every single word in here is a little clue that's going to help us understand the big picture of English grammar. Here it is. An old woman walked slowly up the hill. On the way, she spoke to a little boy. "Good morning," she said. And that's it. It seems really simple, right? But believe it or not, this tiny little story has all the key pieces we need for our lesson today.
To really get what's going on in these sentences, we need to zoom in, way in. Think of each word like a player on a team. Every single one has a special job to do to make the whole sentence work perfectly.
Let's take a closer look at that first sentence. An old woman walked slowly up the hill. You can see here how each word has been given a little label, like adjective, noun, or verb. These labels have a name. They're called the parts of speech. It sounds fancy, but all it really means is the job that each word is doing. So what do these labels actually mean? Let's go through them one by one, and we'll use our sentence as our guide. Okay, let's start with the word woman. You can see it's labeled as a noun. But what in the world is a noun? It's actually super simple. A noun is just a word for a person, a place, or a thing. In our sentence, woman is a person, so you guessed it, it's a noun. And if you look at our story, we have other nouns too. Hill is a place, and boy is another person. See? Easy. All right, let's slide over to the next important word here, walked. This one is called the verb, and verbs are all about action. You can think of the verb as the engine of the sentence. It's the word that makes something happen. So what is our noun, the woman, doing? She walked. That's the action, and that makes walked our verb.
Now, how about the word old? It's right there before our noun, woman. Its job is to tell us a little more about her. This kind of word is called an adjective.
An adjective is basically a describing word. It just gives us more detail about a noun. Was she a young woman? A happy woman? Nope. Our sentence tells us she was an old woman. The word old is describing the word woman.
Okay, so we know the woman walked, but how did she walk? Did she walk quickly? Did she walk loudly? The sentence tells us she walked slowly. And this word is called an adverb. An adverb often adds more detail to the verb, to the action. It helps answer questions like how or when something happened. In our sentence, slowly describes the verb walked. It tells us how she was walking. Now let's circle back to verbs for just a minute, because they have a little secret. You see, when we talk about things that already happened in the past, verbs can change in 2 totally different ways. And our simple story actually gives us a perfect example of both.
So check this out. On the left, we've got a regular verb like walk. To make it past tense, it follows a really simple rule. You just add ed to the end, and it becomes walked. Super predictable. But on the right, we have an irregular verb like speak. This guy is a rule breaker. The past tense isn't speaked, it's spoke. The whole word changes. That's what makes it irregular.
All right, you have been doing an awesome job absorbing all this. Now it's time to put that new knowledge into practice. We've got a couple of quick questions from our story. You ready for this?
Okay, first one. Remember, the woman walked up the hill. What part of speech is the word hill? Take a second and think about our definition.
And the answer is, it's a noun. If you said noun, you are absolutely right. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. A hill is a place, so it's a noun. Fantastic job!
Okay, one more for you, and this one's a little bit of a bonus question. In the sentence, on the way, she spoke to a little boy. What's the job of that little word, she?
The answer is a pronoun. Now, we didn't talk about this one earlier, so this is brand new. A pronoun is like a shortcut word. Instead of saying the woman again and again, we can just use the pronoun she to take its place. It just helps everything sound a lot more natural when we speak. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and leave a comment to support the channel.